Spiral Reviews, everybody's favorite. And everybody's favorite student is, oh, that's right, Mr. Key. All right, kids, this is spiral number 1. Now, yeah, spirals are supposed to be really review, so this is kind of review, but it's also review of stuff you've done in the past. So let's talk a little turkey. By the way, if you want a copy of this before I do this, hit the pause button, go to mrkrausemath.com, MrKrausemath, mrkrausemath.com. Can't get any easier. Click on spirals. This is spiral number 1. You can download it as a PDF, and you can do it before you try it here. This is all stuff you need to know for Algebra 2, and very important stuff for your life. Okay, if you want to graduate, it's important stuff for your life. If you want to go on in a career in mathematics or engineering or make some money someday, probably important. And by the way, yes, I know I need to shave. We're pounding out a bunch of videos and I don't have time to shave. I ain't got no time for that. A fraction is undefined. Oh, hit the subscribe button if you like it. A fraction is undefined. Oh, hit the donate if you want to help me get a new computer sometime. Undefined when the denominator is equal to 0. So what we're going to do is we don't even care about the numerator. All we want to know is what makes the denominator equal to 0. Now I can do this 2 ways. I'm going to do it by factoring the first way because I think it's the easiest. X plus 3, x minus 3 equals 0. And then if I solve these two, this will give me x equals negative 3 and x equals positive 3. And that should come as no shock to you that if you square negative 3, you get 9. And if you square 3, you get 9. And the answer is choice 4. However, if you would like to also do it this way, x squared minus 9 equals 0. A lot of you did it this way. Subtract 9. X squared equals 9. And then, here's the tricky part though. If you're going to take the square root of a side, you actually have to remember that you're going to get 2 answers, 1 plus, 1 minus. And so you actually get x equals plus or minus 3. And that's why it's choice 4. Moving on. Domain, or a one-to-one function. A one-to-one function, first of all, has to be a function. So it has to pass the vertical line test. We're going to already assume that. But a vertical line test only tells me if it's a function, not if it's a one-to-one function. No, because it fails the vertical line test. It does not fail the vertical line test. And no, because it fails the horizontal line test. No, it passes the horizontal line test. There's no place you can draw a horizontal line in here and hit more than once. This was a pretty easy one, choice 2. Now we're going to get to some famous F words. Factoring. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to factor each of these pieces. All 4 pieces we're going to factor. And then we're going to simplify. Now doing this in colors is nice, although I like pencil. So we're going to leave this as x minus 2, x minus 2. That's this first one. Multiply to positive 4, add up to negative 4. That's 2 negatives. Now we're going to handle this one. There's a GCF. I can take out a 2. I'm left with x minus 2. Over here, I know that I can take out a GCF and x squared minus 36, but then I'm thinking, oh, wait a second. That's perfect squares. So it's 2x plus 6, x minus x. And that's that one. And finally, the bottom right. Again, it's positive 12. So I know the signs are going to be the same, and since the middle's negative, they're both going to be negative. So I need some way to multiply to 12 that adds up to negative 8. And that's pretty easy. Negative 2 and negative 6. Now, once you have everything factored, now we can start dividing out common factors or canceling those things that are similar. And you can go from any numerator to any denominator because we're multiplying. It's as if I just put this and made this one big long numerator and put a time sign in the middle. So this x minus 2 can go with this x minus 2. This x minus 2 can go with this x minus 2. This x minus 6 can cancel with this x minus 6. And yes, this 2 cancels with this 2, leaving us only one thing. There it is, my final answer, x plus 6. Fractions. Don't we all love fractions? I don't. I actually do secretly. Let me rewrite this so you can see this again. 2/3 is equal to x plus 3 over 4x. Ruby! X, that's my dog, Rubes. She loves to talk. Actually, she barks. She saved us from a leaf the other day because she barked at it and it didn't attack. So we were pretty safe. And the other day, this like 80-year-old lady was walking by and she barked at her. Oh yeah, scared her a little bit, but we were safe. That's what you get when you get a little short dog that thinks they're bad. They're not. We're going to multiply through by, oh, not 3. That would be stupid. Stupid. I got all excited about my dog and forgot what I was doing. We're going to multiply through by the common denominator. Well, if I look at 6x and 4x and 3, the common denominator would be 12x. So we're going to put a 12x next to every one of these. Now, by doing this, what we are going to eliminate is the fractions that we hate. Oh, don't forget to put these in parentheses so you don't do anything dumb. So let me grab black. So 3 goes into 12 4 times. So what I have here is all this stuff being multiplied. 8x. 4 goes into 12 3 times. And the x's cancel. So I'm going to distribute this 3. So I get equals 3x plus 9. This 6 goes into 12 twice. This x cancels with this x. And I'm going to distribute this 2. Plus 2x minus 12. Well, isn't that a much easier problem to deal with? I got no more fractions. It's like awesome. So, let's see what we got. We got 8x equals 5x minus 3. Because 9 minus 12 is negative 3. Bring the 5x over, I get 3x equals negative 3. Divide by 3, and I get x equals negative 1. Done. Moving on. Let's take the square root of this. Well, the largest perfect square that goes into 108 after some much ado is 36. So it's 36 times 3. X squared is a perfect square, so I'll leave it. Y to the 4th is a perfect square. So now let me grab my pen. Now I've written it as perfect squares and not a perfect square. This is the only thing that is not a perfect square. So it is the only thing that will stay under the radical. Square root of 36, 6. Square root of x squared, x. Square root of y to the 4th, y squared. So my final answer is 6x y squared square roots of 3. Moving on, kiddies. Domain and range. You can't just write answers. You have to label them. Domain. Range. All right. So domain goes from left to rightmost. So that's from negative 7, not including because it's an open circle, so negative 7 all the way over to positive 7, but it includes positive 7. Range, lowest, which is negative 6, but not including, all the way up to highest. This is not the highest point. This is the highest point, and that is at 4. And it is inclusive because it's equaling that. Tricky, tricky, tricky. All right, so let me graph these. What I was looking for this is that you would say, oh, this is y equals negative 3x minus 2 by bringing that 3x over. Y-intercept of negative 2 and a slope of negative 3. And I will do my very, very best to try and actually draw a straight line. Y equals negative 3x plus 2. Now I'm going to graph this one. Well, if I solve this, this is x squared equals 2x plus y plus 8. See, notice my y is already positive. That's what I want. I want my y to be positive. So y is equal to, that's got to go, and that's got to go. x squared minus 2x when it comes over minus 8. Give me a x and y. So I need to probably go to my calculator, graph this sucker. X squared minus 2x minus 8. I do not necessarily care about what it looks like. What I care about is this table of values. So we do Control T, and it looks like negative 3, 7 is the biggest. So negative 3, 7, and 2, 0. So negative 3, 7, 2, 0. 1, negative 5. 1, negative 5. 2, negative 8. 3, negative 9. And then there's the pattern. There's the vertex. So we're going to go 4, negative 8. 5, negative 5. 6, 0, and 7. 7? Is that right? Let's just check. 7, 5, 7. What did I do? Oh man, what am I doing? Oh, wait, hold on. This should be negative 2. This should be negative 1. This should be 0, negative 8. This should be 1, negative 9. 2, negative 8. 3, negative 5. 4, 0, and 5, 7. So, sorry about that, but hopefully it'll catch on. Negative 3, 7. That's this point. Negative 2, 0. That's a brain fart. 0, negative 8. 1, negative 9. 2, negative 8. By the way, these are your two answers. I forgot negative 1, negative 5. I forgot negative 1, negative 5. That's right here. And then 3, negative 5 goes here. 4, 0, and 5, 7. And this is a parabola. With 2 points of intersections. And the points of intersections are called the solutions or the answers. Actually, they're probably just called the answers. So those are 2 points, negative 3, positive 7, and positive 2, negative 8. Some of you forgot to give me the answers, the points of intersection. And that's it, kids. That's all she wrote. That's spiral number 1. I will be doing all of the spirals this year. Follow along. Hope you enjoyed. Hit subscribe if you like it.